I don't know. I just turned the Wi-Fi off on that phone. If I was y'all, I would come over to YouTube. But anyway, without further ado, what's up, Buttercups? I listen. Let me put a little lip gloss on. My computer is giving me the blues. What's up? Woo! I love this little lip gloss, baby. Nate did this. Nate did this. I love this little lip gloss. She did that. Girl, every time you don't you pay for no more readings. Every time you pay for a reading, you get sick. Don't pay for no more readings. But thank you for the donation. I answered 6 yes and no's right there on the spot. Don't you pay for not near another reading. Not near another one. Okay? Don't do me. She talking about don't do me. I'm just saying, don't something about it. Honey, maybe your ancestors, maybe your spirits don't want you to be mine or something. Every time listen, this real talk, real spit, real Every time we get ready to do a reading, you had a confirmation friend. Your grandmother came. We've been wondering about that. Me and my best friend talked about that. Did your grandmother come? Hey y'all, somebody listen. Listen, somebody, if you're watching me on YouTube or Facebook, send me a message. Type something in the comments. Let me see if it show up. She did. Your grandmother did come. Okay, friend. Well, I'll be on tonight. I'm going to come on a little earlier. I don't think, matter of fact, we're coming on at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. What's up, Mama Bear? 7 o'clock Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be on a little bit earlier today. Okay? Because I'm going out tonight. And I'm gonna put my hair took itself out. I rolled my little crooked wig up. Y'all, I had combed some of it over to the side. I was giving Jane Fonda. Lord, I'm about to tear it up. Baby, I was giving Jane Fonda. I combed some from this side over here, and I didn't have a definitive part. Baby, I was giving Jane Fonda. I was giving Beauty on the Beach. I was giving I was giving Lisa Turtle from Saved by the Bell. Okay, I was giving. You say one of your predictions has come out true. Girl, I don't do predictions. She said one of your y'all. Do y'all call it? Somebody send me a message because I can't see the messages. Somebody write something because I can't see nothing. Y'all, that's what y'all call it, a prediction. Somebody that's watching me on Facebook or YouTube, just say something in the comments. Huh? No, I'm not answering questions. I'm doing midday manifest right now. We don't answer questions during the daytime. I don't want to deal with y'all messy stuff during that at lunchtime. That's too much. Is that what y'all call it? Predictions? Y'all call my stuff predictions? Is that what we doing? Somebody write something in the comments for me if you're watching me on Facebook or YouTube. Jesus Christ. Just say hey so I can see if it show up. Is that what y'all call them predictions? She said one of your prediction? That sounds like a guess. That sounds like a guess. She said one of your predictions have come true. A prediction is we're the next Powerball. Okay, I got you, friend. Thank you. I see it. Okay. I didn't know it wasn't showing up. I just want to, let me see if I can take that off. Okay. I don't know what to call it, friend. No. When I tell you something, it's not a confirmation yet. I don't know what to call it. I was just asking questions. But I was like, that's what we call them, predictions? I'm going to tell people I predict your husband is not being faithful. I predict. I said, I know we call it predictions. No. You have a confirmation once it comes true. I have a vision. So we can call them visions. Predictions make it sound like I'm trying to tell you what the next lottery number is. They're visions. I have visions. Y'all, we back from midday manifest. No, they're visions. Like I literally see it as it's happening. That's how I can tell you. I literally see it. Hey, listen. No, it's okay. You didn't know, friend. And that was a good thing to do. Lip gloss details. Okay, real quick, y'all. The lip gloss. This lip gloss is it's called Sequence Beauty. Look. This is the lip gloss. Sequence. Wait, I have to flip the camera. Sequence is Sequince Beauty. Sequence Beauty. Sequence Beauty. Sequence Beauty. Y'all get into it. I'm a sequence. It's CE. Somebody put it in the comments. We're going to tell you. It's one of my moderators. It's her line. Baby, lip gloss popping. Okay, I love it. And I love the brown one. This one is my favorite. It's called Mocha Latte. I didn't think I was going to like it. But this brown one is pop one more time for the one time. Yeah, it's like that little subtle. It is. I love it. It's called Mocha Latte Sequence Beauty CEQUINCE. CE, boy, we got to work on this damn name. CEQU. I'm not going to be spelling this every day. My friend going to have to get a little something. But yeah, I love this little lip gloss, baby. All right. Anyway, enough about the lip gloss, enough about my wig. Baby, I had a time last night. When I tell you that doggone, there she goes, Sequence Beauty. Thank you, Andrea. Andrea, print that for us. Thank you, friend. Let's pin that comment. That's what it is. Y'all look her up. She on all social media. That's the name. That's the name. Listen, baby, I had a time last night. They had all the alcohol you might have wanted at my friend little section. Somebody poured me, not somebody, Janai poured me up 2 fireballs. And I had 2 fireballs and wait a minute. I had 2 fireballs. It was a good night. 2 fireballs and some Long Island iced tea mixed together. And I'm not a drinker, y'all, so I'm drinking this stuff like it's Dr. Pepper. Okay, it tastes good to me. I like cinnamon stuff, right? I like cinnamon, stuff like that, something with a little bite to it, but not like, but a little bite. And so I had 2 of the little fireballs and some Long Island iced tea mixed up in a red cup. Anytime you go somewhere and it's black people in red cups, you see what I'm saying, baby? When I tell you I was sitting there, I was listening to the music and I went to go, hey, and I realized you drunk. I went to go, hey, you're drunk, sis. Y'all, I had to get up. And you ever tried to walk dignified to the bar? And you drunk? You ever walk dignified somewhere in the club and you tore up? Honey, you ever tried to get myself together, me and my whip it wig? Honey, because I whipped that hair to the side. I had to get it together, y'all. I was dignified. I had 2 fireballs, 2 of the mini fireballs in the same cup with the doggone Long Island iced tea, and I was drinking it like it was a Dr. Pepper. And I liked it. It tastes good to me, so I was just drinking it. It was cold. It was delicious and nutritious. And when I stood up and did this, I knew I was done. I knew I was drunk. I knew it was over. I knew the masquerade was over when I did that, y'all. It was horrible. It was horrible. They were selling waters for $4 and I did not care. $4, sir, could have been $14. Give me 2. Give me 2. Baby, I drank that water. You talking about somebody that, this is me. Baby, you talking about somebody that was on one, and I mean on one, y'all. But I made it. I made it home. I had to stop and get me a Big Mac. Y'all like, why are we talking about this? I don't know. Let's get to Midday Manifest. My bad. Got to stop and get me a Big Mac. Don't might even eat Big Macs no more. If you eating Big Macs, you definitely just need to go ahead and hold on a second. Spotify. No, I did not wear my pink leather pants. No, I did not wear my pink leather pants. I wore some jeans. No, it was too hot in Texas for that foolishness. I wore some jeans and a crop top T-shirt, the one from Walmart that say, you can read this, you too close. But I turned it into a crop top. And yeah, that's what I did. And I had on my platform Chuck Taylors. And I was just out here making dreams come true. Walked in with my wig doing the All-American Most. And that was it. And we was literally like the only people in there. Nah, I ain't wearing pink. I'm not gonna wear the pink leather. Why switch my pink leather pants? Let's get into the 48 Laws of Power. What's up, Buttercups? Let me play a little music for us. Let's get a little music in the background. Hold on. All right. 48 Laws of Power. Now, as soon as I do Midday Manifest, my neighbor want to show up in his office. But it's okay. 48 Laws of Power, y'all. We are doing part 2 from yesterday. Honey, I'm trying not to be drunk. I slept good as hell last night. That's probably why the wig came off in the bonnet. Y'all, yesterday, if you missed it, welcome, everybody. I had to get my life together. If you missed it, y'all, well, first of all, y'all, we are on Law 40. And as the book says, it is 48 laws of power. So, baby, we only got 8 more to go. So, Law 40 is despise the free lunch, or as I put it on YouTube, baby, no free lunch. We're not literally talking about free lunch. If somebody offer you lunch, I want you to take it, right? But what we're going to discuss is what money really buys, which is influence, and why rich people give so much, right? So if you missed yesterday, I suggest you go and watch the YouTube from yesterday. But we talked about money and power. We talked about the 4 type of people to stay away from. This is just a quick recap: the greedy fish, the bargain demon, the sadist, and the indiscriminate giver. Okay, thank you, friend. We also talked about how power, I'm going to say this and say that, and I don't say nothing else. Power requires self discipline. Power requires, do y'all know how discipline? Listen, if it's 3 things I'm going to do, 3 things I'm going to do Monday through Friday is midday manifest. I'm going to have to be sick to miss midday manifest, or literally in the plane. I'm going to do midday manifest. 3 things I'm going to do is midday manifest. I'm going to practice my Spanish. And I'm going to play me a game of solitaire. Everything else is up for grabs, even get in the shower. But 3 things I'm going to do is midday manifest. I'm going to practice my Spanish, and I'm going to play me a game of solitaire at night, probably a game of 6 of them, whatever. Them the 3 things that's going to happen, right? But the power comes into this. Power requires self-discipline. Anything that I've ever been amazing at is because became disciplined at that thing, okay? I'm going to say this again. Anything I've ever become amazing at is because I kept going. I kept doing it. I kept trying. I developed a type of discipline. Now I'm preaching. I didn't know I was going to preach. Let me take a sip. All right. So if there's something in your life that you can't get right, a business that won't get off the ground. Now, sometimes you got to reevaluate your business situations. Sometimes a business opportunity is just passed and you trying to do it. Sometimes you got to let that go. But 9 times out of 10, a lot of us lack self-discipline. You hear me? You can't lose weight because of self-discipline. Right? I lost my self-discipline to go to the gym. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I did. I lost my self-discipline to go outside and walk. You ain't gotta go to the gym because the world is your gym. I lost it. I'm about to find it, but I lost it. I know, see what works for me to get my discipline back when it comes to working out is accountability from other people. So I'm about to start a walking group. And if I know I got even one person waiting for me at the park, I'm gonna show up. Right? Just like with Midday Manifest. I just became undrunk. I just got undrunk about 20 minutes ago. Undrunk about 20 minutes ago. Right? But I got up, I rolled out that bed, I took a shower, I was still drunk then. And I said, I hate to eat at McDonald's, but I got up and get some in my system in order to go in here and do this midday manifest, right? Now, what I do after this, we don't know. But I came in here to do midday manifest, right? Power requires self-discipline. Okay. It says also the influence of a man, and this is where we left off yesterday a little bit. Well, not really, but listen, the influence of a man. It say the influence of a man of influence. So listen, I just got undrunk. The influence of a man of influence is worth buying. Do y'all understand what I say? I don't know what this old psycho music is. Unstoppable by Daniel. What's up? What's up, Kim? The influence of a man of influence is worth buying. I ain't got to be more careful. I'm grown. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's get into it. So yesterday we talked about this. The last thing we talked about yesterday was how to imagine yourself an equal when dealing with people with money. We are on page 340. Thank you. I'm gonna start back at 340. That was the end of it, and we're gonna go ahead. So let me start at 340. Right? They talked about at 340. It says money may determine power relationships, but those relationships need not depend on the amount of money you have. They also depend on how you use the money. Okay. So if I'm trying to be a millionaire. If I'm trying to be a millionaire and I want to hang with billionaires, it doesn't matter that I'm a millionaire. It matters how I use my money, right? I can hang with other millionaires. If I hang with other millionaires who are money conscious, I'm gonna say this: if I'm new money and I go to hang with old money, I may have as much money as a person with old money, but they know that I'm never going to reach their status by my spending habits. Come on, somebody. Where's my gavel? The reason why people with new money don't become people with old money is because of their spending habits. So it doesn't matter the amount of money you have. Listen, it doesn't. Y'all, oh yeah, and we got the money for the fridge. Thank y'all. We got the money for the fridge. Thank y'all. I'm buying the fridge today to be here Monday. Listen, it doesn't matter the amount of money you have, is how you use it. If you have $1 billion and all you do is buy cars that's going to depreciate as soon as you're getting off the lot, the other billionaires are not going to respect you. They're going to laugh in your face. You hear what I'm saying? If you go out here and you make money hand over fist every day, but you always spending it at the store trying to keep up with the latest and the greatest, I'm not gonna respect you. Okay? I'm not gonna respect you at all. If you have a business, let me say this to say that. If you have a business and you are not wearing your own business logo, something promotion, if you are not a walking billboard, I don't understand you. I'm not gonna say I don't respect you, I just don't understand you. I don't understand you. Well, I was looking for t-shirts last night to wear because I didn't want to wear a BAW t-shirt to the thing, or a Coach Misty because that's my homegirl's birthday. When I was looking through t-shirts, I could not find the t-shirt I wanted to wear because all of the t-shirts I had were my own. I could not find the one t-shirt that I really wanted to wear because all the t-shirts I have now are my own. You hear me? So if you own a business, it ain't got to be a t-shirt business. I don't care what it is. Sequence Beauty, she should have on a Sequence Beauty t-shirt at least 5 days out the week. Huh? A Sequence Beauty t-shirt 5 days out the week. If you're not a walking billboard for your business, what are we here for? All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get to page 341. Let's talk about strategic generosity. Okay? Let's talk about that. I talked about this yesterday. I talked about how y'all pastors, these mega churches, they do strategic generosity, right? They give away they give away supplies, school supplies at the beginning of the school year, right? They have the book bag drives. And I'm not saying they're not doing good for the community, but understand it's a higher calling. Not a higher calling as in Jesus. I'm talking about it's a bigger reason for why we're doing this, right? So strategic generosity. Even the churches who have the trunk, they have the Halloween trunk. They let the kids come. They don't call it like Halloween trick or trunk. They do that at the churches now, right? It's strategic, right? It's strategic. All is a strategic. When you understand strategic generosity, you'll understand the bigger game being played here, right? So let's talk about it. Strategic generosity is always a great weapon in building a support base, particularly for the outsider. Okay. So let's talk about Baron de Rothschild. Baron de Rothschild. Y'all done heard about the trunk or treat, right? Baron de Rothschild. Y'all done heard about the Rothschilds, right? That's why I love this book because it tells us about a history that wasn't readily available to us. Maybe some of this history don't even include us, but we still need to know it. Rothschild was clever. Now, Rothschild knew that it was his money that created the barrier between him and the French, making him look ugly and untrustworthy. So Rothschild had money, but he wanted the French to acknowledge him, right? So the best way to overcome this was literally to waste huge sums to a gesture to show he valued French culture and society over money. So he wanted a relationship. Somebody helped the baby out in a thing. He wanted a relationship with the French. Right. So he said, you know what I'm going to do? You know, I got money. I got money. You know, I got money. We all got money. Right. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how much I want to be part of the French culture. I am going to waste a lot of money on the arts. Right? It says what Rothschild did resembled the famous, it's called a potlatch feast of the American Northwest. Right? A potlatch feast. Listen to this. It says by periodically destroying its wealth in a giant orgy of festivals and bonfires, an Indian tribe was symbolized as power over other tribes. Right? The base of its power was not money, but its ability to spend and its confidence in a superiority that will restore it to all that the potlatch had destroyed. So get this. There was an Indian tribe, right? What they would do is this. They would take all of their riches once a year. They would take all their money, whatever they had, all their riches, whatever they had that was worth the value, and they would destroy it. You'd be like, what? They would destroy it. You know why? You know why? Because it showed the other tribes we so rich, we so confident in what we're doing, huh? We're so blessed that we can get this back times 10 more. So I'm gonna take what I got and burn it because I know. Do you understand the ideology behind this? Let me take a sip. I just want to ask you that. Do y'all understand how that works? A potlatch, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? You understand how that works? I'm going to take everything I have and burn it in your face, right? And I'm not worried about nothing because I know that it's all coming back to me times 10. Huh? I did before I read this book. Listen, I'm gonna be real quick. I ain't gonna do a big story time, but before I read this book, before I got on this chapter, because this is my first time reading this chapter, y'all. This law, right? Before I read this, I said, "Oh my God, I used to do this with my money, right? When I was an insurance agent, and I felt myself getting too comfortable. I wasn't selling enough because I know I had all this money in the bank. I would go ahead and call. Listen, I would go ahead and go blow $1,000. Now y'all be like, okay, what is that? I'm talking about just I would wake up and I would call my homegirl and I would say, let's go blow a bag. She'd be like, a bag? That was a bag to her. I said, let's go blow a bag. I said, we can't go spend $1,000 in one place. Let's go get something to eat first. And then let's go ahead and let's go blow a bag. And sure enough, we would go get something to eat. Now, she didn't even make $1,000 a week. And here I am saying, let's go blow $1,000 right now. Right this afternoon, we can go to 2, 3 stores, wherever it is. But here's $1,000, and we gotta spend it till it's gone. I didn't need nothing. She really didn't need nothing. It was my money. Let's go blow this money. I buy throw pillows, pictures for the house, stuff I ain't even need. I would throw stuff and throw it in my son's room. By this time he had moved back to Cleveland, so I was just living by myself. And after I went and blew that $1,000, I said, okay. Now this is on top of the other money, other stuff I was spending, my other spending habits. This wasn't just like, oh, I don't go shopping, but I'm gonna go blow this $1,000. No, this was on top of me going to the strip club and blowing $300, $400, $500 at the strip club. This was on top of me ordering stuff off of Uber Eats. I was platinum when it was still a thing. I was platinum on Uber Eats. I didn't order Wendy's. No, your girl ate good. Okay, listen, huh? I would go blow money, just blow it, and then you know what? That made me feel alive, and I was like, okay, now I can go back to work. Not because, oh God, I'm scared. I just blew $1,000. What am I thinking? Who blows $1,000? It just felt good because I knew that was coming back times 10. I really didn't care. I feel relieved. Okay. Listen, it says to secure his fortune. Listen, let me tell you what Rothschild did. To secure his fortune, he had to waste it. To secure his fortune, he had to waste it. That is strategic generosity in a nutshell. The ability to be flexible with your wealth, putting it to work, not to buy objects, but to win people's hearts. Okay. So again, when you go to church and they do these grand gestures, right? Think about it this too. When who was that? Bob Johnson. Didn't Bob Johnson give a college commemoration speech and he paid off all his student debt? Didn't Oprah do the same thing? Oprah builds schools. Oprah do this. You know another reason for doing that, and we're gonna get into it in the book. Another reason a lot of rich people do these things, that's to take away from where their money really come from. That's to take away from where they money really come from. Because all you think about is such and such built this house, built these schools over in Africa. Such and such paid for this stuff. Such and such did this. Nobody's ever asking where their money coming from. Listen, it says, I'm going to say it. There is no better, that's the next point. There is no better use of strategic generosity than that of distracting attention from an unsavory reality and wrapping oneself up in the mantle of art or religion, right? This is why rich people, I'm talking about uber rich people, give so much, right? It distracts you from the unsavory reality of where their money is actually coming from, and they wrap themselves up in art or religion. Okay? Now, let's talk about this. Let's talk about one of the kings. There is a deep rooted emotional element in our attitude to money. An element going back to childhood. Okay, I'm about to hit on it for somebody. Listen. There's a deep rooted emotional element in our attitude to money, an element that's going back to childhood. This is why giving gifts, this is the art of gift giving. Let me tell you why giving gifts, I don't want to ruin it for y'all. Let me just read. We about to be on the top of page 343. It says, when we are children, all kinds of complicated things about our parents center around gifts. We see the giving of a gift as a sign of love and approval, and that emotional element never goes away. The recipients of gifts, financial or otherwise, are suddenly as vulnerable as children, especially when the gift comes from someone in authority. They cannot help opening up. Their will is loosened. I'm going to say this again. When somebody in authority gives you a gift, when I say authority, say, listen, I don't mean authority over you financially. I don't mean authority in you over your job, lording over you. It could be, a person can be authority if you like them more than they like you. If you like somebody more than they like you, or this is the person you really like opposed to this person. If I'm dating John and Steve, and I really really like John, but John got other women, Steve really into me, but I really ain't paying Steve no attention. John could give me a Tootsie Roll and I'll be head over heels. Steve could buy me a car and I'll be like, that's all you got? That's it? That's what we doing? What the world? I don't know what. Hold on, y'all. I don't know what happened with that. Can y'all still see me on Facebook and YouTube? Hold on, y'all. Okay, there we go. I don't know what happened over there. Listen. So, gift giving is something that's attached to our childhood, right? It says seeing the giving of a gift is seen as a sign of love and approval. You can break the hardest person down with gift giving. You can turn the hardest person into a kid. And listen, here's some toxicity for you. You ready? You ready? When you're dealing with a man that does a lot, and I said this before, and I want y'all to take this to heart. When you're dealing with a man that does a lot for people and nobody does nothing for him, and in this day and age, that may be hard to come by because these women now, they'll buy a man the car, gas, they'll buy him the car, pay the insurance, and put gas in it. So listen, when you're dealing with a hardworking man, when you're dealing with a man, he ain't got to be out in the oil fields. I'm talking about just a man who does a lot for people, right? You don't have to go and buy him nothing extravagant. You don't have to do that. You go, you see what he likes, the little things that he likes. It was a guy I used to like. A guy I used to like back in the day, Big Al. Big Al loved polo. Big Al would wear polo hats. He had every color polo hat ever known to man. Every time you saw Big Al, he had a polo hat on. I loved Big Al. You hear me? Love, Big Al. Okay? But I was in a situation when I met him, right? He was still my friend. At one time I went shopping. Big Al would come over. I went shopping and I said, I always do that. I say, listen, I said, let's do a fashion show, right? Let's do a fashion show. He said, okay, we're doing a fashion show. And I showed him my stuff, right? And I had bought some things from the polo store, whatever, the polo department. And he's like, oh man, I like that. Like, I love polo. That's all I wear, right? I then reached in my bag. I had a polo hat. I put my polo hat on like that. And he just looked. He was like, oh, that's a nice hat. I ain't seen that color. It had just came out. He said, I ain't seen that one yet. I said, I know. And I handed him one. When I tell you it got real, it got real that night. That simple polo hat made that man feel so special that, yeah, yeah. Like what Coco Jones said, I see you. Listen, it be the little stuff. You don't have to do nothing extravagant, right? A man who takes care of his family, a man who does his own, doesn't want you to do extravagant things for him. He doesn't want you to go out and buy him something big, because what he sees that as is that you think he can't do it himself, and it's really a slap in the face. But you know what? Hoology is in 2 weeks, so I hope y'all sign up. Let's get back to this. It says, listen, to succeed best, the gift should come out of the blue. Listen, when you're going to do something for somebody, especially a man of power, the gift should come out the blue. It should be remarkable for the fact that a gift like it has never been given before, or for being preceded by a cold shoulder from the giver. The more often you give to particular people, the blunter this weapon becomes. If they don't take your gifts for granted, becoming monsters of ingratitude. So here's the deal. If you're going to give a gift, you need to surprise it. If you're going to give a gift, somebody help her out in the comments. If you're going to give a gift, it needs to be a surprise, right? It should be remarkable for the gift is a gift that he's never been given before, or for being preceded by a cold shoulder from the giver. So if I get into it with you and I know it's my fault, then I might come back with something, right? I'm gonna come back with a gift, but I cannot continue to keep coming with gifts. We cannot continue to get into arguments and then I always keep showing up with a gift. Life don't work like that. Then what it says, if you keep doing stuff like that, then guess what? This becomes expected. They take the gifts for granted and they become monsters of ingratitude. They resent what appears to be charity. It says the sudden, unexpected, one-time gift will not spoil your children. It will keep them under your thumb. The sudden, unexpected, one-time gift would not spoil your children. It will keep them under your thumb. And when I say children, I'm not talking about the ones you birthed. I'm gonna say this one more time. The sudden, unexpected, one-time gift will not spoil your children. It will keep them under your thumb. And I ain't talking about no kids you birthed. Get into it. We on page 344. We're gonna go ahead and finish this one on up. 344, it says, let's talk about an essential aspect of money. That is humans who have created it and humans who instill in it with meaning and value. So here's the deal. Let me talk about money. This is something about money we need to understand. It was humans who created money and humans who gave it value. Listen, listen. It is humans who created it and humans who gave it meaning and value. It says, second, with objects as with money, what the courtier most values are the sentiments and emotions embedded in them. These are what makes it worth having, right? So again, I told y'all, money is just paper. Money is just paper. Like, listen, y'all, when you create a relationship with money, you'll be able to leave money around your house and not worry about it. There was a dollar bill and y'all can be like, okay, it was just a dollar. It could have been 20 and it would have stayed there. There was a dollar bill that has been on my floor up under my kitchen table, not because of no good luck, nothing. Please don't go putting dollar bills under y'all damn kitchen tables. I'm telling you, the dollar bill had drifted, had fell off, had flew from another place in my house and landed under my kitchen table, probably when Miss Dina was cleaning up, right? And it's so crazy. Like, the dollar bill stayed up under my table for weeks. I looked at it. I just ain't think nothing about it. The dollar bill has been under my table for 2 weeks. I just recently picked it up and just put it on the table. Another part of my life, 2-3 years ago, I would have been getting that dollar, looking for more dollars, looking in the couch for dollars, everything. Now, money can be anywhere. I have money. It be money anywhere in the house. I don't even worry about that. I no longer worry about that. I don't look at those dollar bills as, oh, that's $7. I could take that $7, go give me something to eat, or let me do. I don't worry about that. It's around my house just like a book is. Right? Because I understand I don't put my emotions into the dollar bill no more. I don't put my emotions into the actual paper money, right? I don't put my emotions into that. I'm not tied to that because money is an energy. I'm not tied to that. Okay? Listen, it says it's the emotions and the sentiments involved in the money is what makes it worth having. The lesson is simple. The more your gifts and your acts of generosity play with sentiment, the more powerful they are, right? So if your gifts invokes a strong emotion in somebody, it's just that more powerful. You hear what I'm saying? Like it's not what you did, is that you did it for me. Okay? Like some of the best surprises I have, for instance, when that, Rod make all my t-shirts, Get Fit Rod, he make all my shirts, right? When I went home the other day, not yesterday, the day before, and I saw, he said, "You got a t-shirt on your door. I left you something on your door." And I went home and I saw the t-shirt. I was like, oh my God, that meant the world to me, right? That meant the world to me because he not only did he listen, he saw it, he did it for me. I didn't have to ask. He know my size. The t-shirt, I love loud colors. It was everything I ever wanted. That means more to me than some man taking me out on a date to my favorite restaurant. I could do that myself. But taking something for right now. So any man that's watching this and you trying to figure out a way how to get at me instead of coming in my DMs talking about, oh, you cute, you pretty, whatever. Listen, I need you to help me expand my vision. That's the best gift you can give to me now is how do I expand my vision? I don't know who the hell is calling me. How do I expand my vision? That's the best gift you can give to me right now. Is to help me expand my vision. I love you for life. You hear what I'm saying? Love you for life. Help me expand my vision. I don't need you to go buy me another car. When I was hanging out with the little guy from Detroit, right? He was like, oh, talking about, I like your car, but what about that? You want a truck? Like, let's get you a G-Wagon. Sir, I don't want you to buy me a G-Wagon. You know what he said? He said, I'll get the wagon for you. You just got to keep up with the note. Then it's not a gift. Then it's not a gift. That if you give me a G-Wagon, if you go and put the down payment on a G-Wagon or you get whatever you got to do, I can get a G-Wagon myself. It's levels to this thing. I looked at my finances. I said, Lord, if I didn't employ my kids, I could drive a tanker. They like, what kind of car is that? Hey, I'm talking about an army tanker. I said, Lord, if I didn't pay my kids, thank you for letting me do it. I said, Lord, if I didn't employ my children, and I got an assistant now. I said, if I didn't have nobody to help me, I could drive a spaceship, right? But guess what? If I didn't have nobody to help me, I wouldn't be in the situation. I wouldn't be where I am right now. So it don't make no sense. But anyway, yeah, he was like, yeah, I can get you a car, but you got to keep up with the note. I said, if you're not getting me a car, then either buy me the car or you keep what you got, right? See, I wasn't impressed by that. You wanna do something for me? You want to do something for me? Buy something for my office. Expand my vision somehow. Find a way for me to come and speak to people in Detroit. You see what I'm saying? So listen, it says the more your gifts and your acts of generosity play with sentiment, the more powerful they are. The object or concept that plays with a charge of emotion or hits a chord of sentiment has more power than the money you squander on an expensive yet lifeless present. Again, the object or concept that plays with a charged emotion or hits a chord of sentiment has more power than the money you squander on an expensive yet lifeless present. All right, let's talk about this. Let's talk about paying less. So they gave a lot of stories in here, right? So let's talk about, remember we talked about the bargain demon yesterday? We talk about the people who will waste all day. And you go to one store and you see what you want for $59.99, but somebody told you that it was $49.99 across town, and now you just spent a half a tank of gas and all doggone day going across town to go find it for $10 cheaper, right? You done wasted countless hours just to save $10 when you could have just got it for $59.99 and took the rest of your day and went on about your business. Okay. It says when you insist on paying less, you may save your 5 pieces of gold, but the insult you cause and the cheap impression you create will cost you in your reputation. Another thing, when y'all know people that have businesses, stop trying to haggle people on their prices. Stop trying to haggle people on their prices. If you know somebody in business, right, and we do this a lot with each other. If your friend got a business, pay whatever they asking for. I don't. When y'all place y'all t-shirt orders, I talk to Roderick and I say, just tell me what I owe you. I don't try to haggle him. I don't be like, well, tell me how much I owe you. I send him the t-shirt orders. He gonna mail them out to you. Look, how much do I owe you? Whatever it is that you asking for, how much do I owe you? Because I appreciate you, right? Y'all stop doing that, right? Stop being cheap all the doggone time because it ruins your reputation. People are not going to work with you if they know you always trying to do something for the low. It says when you insist on paying less, you may save your 5 pieces of gold, but the insult you cause and the cheap impression you create will cost you in reputation, which is the thing, the powerful prize. It said, which is the thing, the powerful prize above all. Learn to pay the full price. It will save you a lot in the end. It says, learn to pay the full price. It will save you a lot in the end. I'm not listening. Even when it comes to something online, I'm not about to spend 30, 40 minutes searching for the same thing online at a cheaper rate. If I find the exact thing that I'm looking for, come on, somebody, this is when you know you're blessed. This is faith. This is faith. When I find something, I'm like, I'm a listen. When I find the exact thing that I'm looking for, if I say I need to go buy a tablet, I want a tablet and I needed to have this, and I needed to be able to connect to my 5G. And I look up and I find the tablet, the exact tablet that I want, and I look at my finances, I have the money, and ain't nothing gonna get cut off, then I'm gonna go ahead and buy what I want. I'm about what I want. I don't go around looking for it somewhere else. I'm not about to spend. See, when you understand how much your time is really worth, come on, somebody. When you understand how much your time is really worth and not how what people not the price somebody then put on you. When you understand how much your time is really worth and not the price that somebody then told you, not the salary your job then gave you won't spend your time looking for bargains. Huh? I don't spend my time because the 30 minutes is going to take me to shop around and see if I can find it on another website cheaper and who got free shipping and this, that, and the other. I could have made that money back twice. Y'all, we on page 345. It says, money gives its possessor the ability to give pleasure to others. Money gives its possessor the ability to give pleasure to others. The more you can do this, the more you attract admiration. When you make a horse come out of the ground, you give the ultimate demonstration of your power. So what happened? Let me tell y'all a quick story about y'all talking about a horse come out the ground. What the hell? What happened was it was back in Japan, 17th century. There was a contest, right? And each participant ended up the prize for the contest. All right. So some participants gave bows, arrows, saddles, other items a warrior that would covet. So let's just say we got 7 warriors, okay? And they say we're gonna have a contest to see who the best warrior. But everybody participating in the contest got to come up with something. You got to give something towards the pot. And the best warrior won everything. So warrior number 1 give bows. Warrior number 2 give a saddle. Somebody else give arrows. Another person gives whatever. There's one guy came along and he gave a piece of fruit that was hanging off his thing. He said, I'm off his little belt. He said, I offer up this piece of fruit. They say, what the hell is that? He said for a prize, it was a gourd. It was a gourd that hung off of his belt. He said, I offer this gourd. They said, what the hell is that? Everybody laughed. They said, nobody wants a gourd. What are you talking about, right? Nobody wants a gourd. Finally, the host of the thing said, okay, we're going to accept it. So when the party broke up and the generals were chanting outside chatting outside the tent, the guy who had the gourd brought over a magnificent horse and gave it to the retainer. He said, there, a horse has come out of the gourd. The son general suddenly regretted their scorn at the man's gift. Okay. It says the more you can do with it, the more you attract admiration. That man said, I'm going to give you a gourd, but y'all laughed at me earlier, but I'm going to go plant this gourd in the ground and then I'm going to give you a horse. Now that horse didn't come out the gourd, but he did that a lesson. He taught them a lesson, okay? It says money gives the possessor the ability to give pleasure with others. The more you can do with it, the more you can attract admiration. So I don't care. Here's the deal. Let me tell y'all where are my little nieces at? I don't think I got a lot of young nieces on here today. You know, all the young girls want to call you auntie. I didn't know you became auntie over the age of 35. Everybody was like, hey, TT, girl, shut up. But listen, let me tell my little nieces something. When you meet a man with money, let me step back. I met a man who had everything and gave me nothing, and I met a man who had nothing and gave me everything. I'm gonna say this again. I met a man who had everything and gave me nothing, and a man who had nothing and gave me everything. Do you understand that? Huh? Just because a person has a lot of money doesn't mean that he's going to give you any. And I met a man that had mediocre money and gave me the world. You hear what I'm saying? That y'all got to understand that, huh? Y'all got to understand that. Y'all be turning y'all nose up at the dude that work a 9 to 5. Y'all turn y'all nose up. Yeah, money doesn't mean. Come on, friend. Money doesn't mean he generous. Y'all be turning y'all nose up. Y'all see a dude that he got a Hellcat. He got a this. He got a that. He got a this, that, and the other. A lot of times them dudes got it because they don't give nobody no money. Huh? And then they want you to spend your last, where my lip gloss at? Then they want you to spend your last trying to look the part to hang out with them. Y'all crazy as hell. Hey, y'all crazy as hell. Then you out here breaking your neck trying to buy the latest hair, get the longest nails, the best outfit. Okay? You do all that. For what? For what? To keep up with him. And he ain't gave you nothing. Now y'all out here looking good together. You trying to match his style and he ain't gave you nothing. Yet and still the dude that worked the 9 to 5, the dude that worked for the state, the dude that gotta wear a suit every day to work, or at least a dress, dress shirt and a tie to work every day. You don't want him. You don't want him because he drive a Maxima and ain't even new. You don't want him because he drive a Maxima and that man would got everything done for you. Let's move on. It says, listen, when water flows and circulates, it generates abundance, wealth, and power in even larger circles. The river must flood periodically for good things to flourish. Let's talk about the authority. We at the bottom of page 345. Let's talk about the authority. It said, whoever wants to have friends must not love his possessions, but must acquire friends by means of fair gifts. For in the same way that the lodestone subtly draws iron to itself, so the gold and silver that a man gives attracts the hearts of men. So here's the deal: if you want to get friends, you cannot be cheap. That's what that said. If you want to have friends, if you want to have people of influence, you can't be cheap. Not cheap. I ain't talking about cheap with yourself. I'm talking about cheap with others. You have to learn how to be a gift giver. Let me tell you something. One thing my mother taught me, if she ain't taught nothing else, my mother always give gifts. My mother would buy things and keep them in her car. So when people needed them, she would buy little trinkets, little cute stuff, right? My mother would give somebody a gift, a whole little gift bag. I have never seen people so impressed before with stuff that came from the dollar store. But you know why? It wasn't the simple fact that it came from. Matter of fact, I ain't got to talk about people. Let me talk about myself before we do the reverse. Though, let me tell y'all a story about myself. One year, so this is before I graduated with my bachelor's degree. So it was before 2007. I might have been 25 or 26. It might have been my 25th or my 26th birthday. I think it was my 25th birthday. I had just moved into a new place. I had moved into a new place. My ex-husband was in prison. I just moved to a new place or whatever, right? And it was my birthday, right? And my mother showed up at my job with the biggest gift bag I had ever saw. It looked like a child could jump out that gift bag. And I had no idea. Now my mother knew I had just moved into my place, and my mother know I'm her child, correct? I opened up that gift bag, y'all. My mother don't even know how to cook. My mother had everything I needed for my kitchen except for pots and pans, and I already had that. She had everything I needed for my kitchen: silverware, paper towels, doggone gloves, dishwashing liquid, anything she thought I needed for my kitchen, baggies, all this stuff. So my mother literally went to dollar store in the kitchen aisle and literally almost bought one of everything. Now my mother probably spent a total of $40, $50 on that gift bag. But when I tell y'all, that was one of my most memorable birthdays. And the people at my job were so impressed. They were like, oh my God. They were looking, I was just pulling stuff out the bag, just bop, bop, pulling stuff out the bag, right? And they were like, oh my God. They were like, your mom made this bag? I was like, yes. They said, didn't you just move? I said, yes. They said, oh my God, that's like everything you need for your kitchen. I said, it is. and stuff I didn't think I needed. It was in there, right? She had plastic cups. She knew the kids, right? She had bought me plastic cups, plastic bowls, real spoons, plastic spoons, garbage bags, all this stuff. All this. Oh, yeah, she also brought in, my mother petty. She also brought in a garbage can, a 13-gallon garbage can, right? She petty, not the garbage can. She actually brought in a garbage can too. And you know what the people at my job said? They were like, "Oh my God, this is so nice." One of the ladies, her name was Dr. Sandra somebody. She almost started crying. She said, "I wish my mom would have did something like that, like this for me when I was moving into my one of my places." And they said, "Well, can your mother buy gifts for us? Can your mother do this? Does she do this for other people? If I tell her I want to buy my niece went somewhere or my niece is going on a trip, can she go buy this stuff?" I said, "Sure." So this turned into a mini business for my mother, just for my mother coming and bringing me this big bag of stuff. Now my mother is a fashion queen. My mother been rocking labels, for labels was labels, okay? My mama been rocking labels all my life. My mother could have walked in with a Louis Vuitton purse, and I'd have been like, "Okay, thank you." But that bag of household stuff from Dollar Tree, baby, that's one of the best birthdays I ever had. Okay. So in order to win influence, you have to be willing to give a gift as well. Okay. You got to be willing to give gifts. And you give gifts, you give people stuff that they need. Give people stuff that they need. Maybe not stuff that they want, but stuff that they need. Okay. Let's talk about the reversal of the law. Okay. Let's talk about the reversal. We're on 346. We're going to wrap this law up. And then we're going to start a new law on Monday. It says the powerful never forget that what is offered for free is inevitably a trick. I'm going to say that again. The powerful never forget that what is offered for free is inevitably a trick. Friends who offer favors without asking for payment will later want something far dearer than the money that you have paid them, that you would have paid them. It says the bargain has hidden problems, both material and psychological. Learn to pay then and to pay well. Okay, it says learn to pay and then pay well. It says, on the other hand, this law offers great opportunities for swindling and deception if you apply it from the other side. Dangling the lure of a free lunch is the con artist stock in trade. How many of y'all done went to a free course and got nothing? How many of y'all done signed up for a free course that ended up being a recorded webinar and you went in there and was more confused than when you came out? I'll wait. She said about 10 of them. Huh? I done been to them. I'm like, wait, what? I'm more confused. And listen, and they make those courses like that on purpose so that you will come on and buy the real course. You really be interested. So now they done got your email address. They can market to you. You done sat through this recording that's not real. Nobody's teaching this class. It's a recording, right? That she said yesterday. You done sat through this thing. It's a webinar. And now you more confused than when you started. And you learned absolutely nothing. Okay, so listen, and it all is about, hey, it's a free course, this, that, and the other. You said they email and text you to death. Now they got your email and they enter you into what's called a sales funnel. They're not even sending it. It's an automated sales funnel. You can pay somebody on Fiverr about $120 to set you up one. And as long as I got your email address, they're gonna be emails. Listen, if you can come out and they're gonna offer you the program at $1,000. They say this program is worth $1,179. But today you can get it for $699. You can break it up in payments. You don't take the $699. Okay, well, listen, we're gonna give you a bonus package for $699. For 2 days only, we're gonna drop it down to $499. For $499, 2 days only, but this won't last. Seats are filling up fast. Then they said, okay, you didn't want it for $499. You don't want the whole program. How about we get you half the program for $299? $299, half the program, and we're gonna give you a bonus book and some Camel worksheets. Okay, you still don't want to do that? Let me ask you a couple questions. These are the email links. You know why I know them so well? Because I took a class on how to do this. I took a class on how to do the sales funnel. Wait, there's more. You know what? I like you a lot, Tiffany. So I'm gonna offer you this course for $97. I'm offering you the course for $97, Tiffany. That'd be the last one. I'm offering you the course for $97. $97 today. $97. That's the it says, listen, let's talk about real quick. Joseph Wow. Let's talk about the Yellow Kid. The Yellow Kid was the most successful con artist of this time. It says the Yellow Kid learned early that what made his swindles possible was his fellow humans' greed. So when con artists look for greedy people. Listen, it said what made his swindles possible was his fellow humans' greed. People who are greedy and people who are in a bind are the easiest to con. People in need of money will spend money to find money. Maybe I shouldn't have told some of y'all that. People who are in need of money will spend money to find money. Did y'all get that? Did y'all get that? Oh, okay. It says, listen, it says, this desire to get something for nothing has been very costly to many people who have dealt with me and with other con men. This is what the Yellow Kid said. When people learn, as I doubt they will, that they can't get something for nothing, crime will diminish and we shall all live in greater harmony. This is what a whole con man, the Yellow Kid, said. Over the years, Will devised many ways to seduce people with the prospect of easy money. Let me tell you what he did. He would hand out free real estate. This is still going on to this day. I don't understand how history keep repeating itself. He would hand out free real estate. And then listen, they say who could turn down such an offer, free real estate. And then the suckers would learn they had to pay $25 to register to sell. Since the land was free, now this is way back in the day. Since the land was free, it seemed worth the high fee, and the Yellow Kid would make thousands of dollars on the phony registration. In exchange, he would give his suckers a phony deed. Okay. Other times he would tell the suckers about a fixed horse race or a stock that would earn 200% in a few weeks. As he spun his stories, he would watch the suckers' eyes open wide at the thought of a free lunch. Okay. The lesson is simple, y'all. This at the end for real. We on 346. The lesson is simple. Bait your deceptions with the possibility of easy money. People are essentially lazy and want wealth to fall in their laps rather than work for it. For a small sum, sell them advice on how to make millions. What I don't understand how y'all don't know. I get confused. When people ask me, Coach Misty, why would you pick that book to teach people? Why would you pick that book to read to people? Why would you do that? Because I'm trying to help your tail. Huh? I'm trying to help you. We all grew up with the Bible. We all grew up with thou shalt not this. You grew up with the 10 commandments. We grew up with Adam and Eve. They may not have been a Steve. We grew up with all of that. And where has that gotten us? Where are we at? Nowhere. Fast, quick. We still in the same space. History is repeating itself over and over again with us. Okay? Nothing. We might have better cars, better homes, but we don't essentially have better lives. Okay? I'm trying to listen. It says, for a small sum, sell them advice on how to make millions. And listen, and that small sum will become a fortune when multiplied by thousands of suckers every day. Every day. When people sign up for business coaching with me, I never told nobody, all right, girl, work with me for 9 weeks and I'm going to teach you how to be able to quit your job. No, work for me for 9 weeks. Let's establish yourself. And then you can set a timeline, right? Work for me for 9 weeks. You're probably going to have your business in operation for 6 to 9 months or maybe even a year to make sure that you can quit your job. Make sure you got at least 3 months of money saved up before you quit your job. I've never told somebody, work with me for 9 weeks. Pay me $19.97 and work with me for 9 weeks, and I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you how this really done. I'm gonna show you how I can go from getting dressed up to corporate America to having 2 cars, owning 2 cars, and living downtown in the loft and getting up when you want to. I've never said that because it didn't take me 9 weeks to do this. Huh? It didn't take me 9 weeks to get here. Huh? No. A lot of these things that I've been putting before you been in the work for 9 years. Huh? Been in the works for 9 years. So I'm never going to tell you that. What I can do is sit down and get you together, get your plan together, and get your exit strategy together. That's what I can do with you. I've never promised nobody that. I've never come on here and said, look at me. I've never come on here with all my stuff on. I may have some cute glasses and a little razzle dazzle, wear a little hair every now and there, but I've never come on here with all my draped up and dripped out, Gucci, Versace, and all that stuff on and say, take my class in 9 weeks. I'm gonna show you how to be somebody. Take my class in 9 weeks, and I'm gonna show you could be just like me. Nah, sis. No, no. This took years. It took years for me to be sitting here in a t-shirt, glasses, and I ain't putting no oil on my feet because I'm going to go get me a pedicure. It took me years to get like this. Huh? I've been to school. I have 2 degrees. I got a bachelor's degree and a master's degree. Huh? I'm not going to listen. I'm not going to listen. I'm not going to tell you that. I'm not going to sit up here and say that. Huh? I had to become an insurance agent. I learned how I've had multiple jobs selling. I done been and I done sold cars. I done sold insurance. Might even sold a little. Anyway, that's not too much, coach. I'm just saying. What we can do is lay the plan out. I'm never going to sell you a dream. Never, because I'll be doing myself a disservice, right? And people say, well, don't you want it to come fast? Listen. People say, I know how many business courses you look. I ain't gonna stop. Listen. I just talked to a young lady the other day because I don't have the time to sit up and make my own course. I just talked to a young lady yesterday who sells courses, right? And I love her personality. I love, how she came off, all that, right? And she was like, oh, I have all these courses on how to do this, and this. And my family, this, and this. And I'm listening to her and I said, okay. And she was like, you buy my courses and they're $444 a course. If you buy 2 courses, you get another one free. I said, well, send me a list of your courses. Right? And she had all these courses, and I said, okay. So if I buy these courses, $444 each, buy 2, get 1 free. Anyway, all right, y'all. Okay, let's go ahead. It say for a small sum, sell the advice or how to make millions, and that sum will become a fortune you multiply by thousands of suckers. Lure people in with the prospect of easy money, and you have the room to work. You have the room to work still more deceptions on them, since greed is powerful enough to blind your victims to anything. Again, it says lure people in with the prospect of easy money, and you have the room to work still more deceptions on them, since greed is powerful enough to blind your victims to anything. As the yellow kid said, have the fun is teaching a moral lesson. Greed does not pay. Y'all, hey, that was part 1 and part 2 of No Free Lunch. No free lunch. I hope y'all enjoyed that. Girl, Black Daisy, we done with this now. You can go back on YouTube to I Am Coach Misty on YouTube and watch the replay. Y'all, starting on Monday, we will be on Law 41. Law 41 on Monday says, avoid stepping into a great man's shoes. Law 41 on Monday. It says, what happens first always appears better and more original than what comes after. I'm going to highlight that one right now. It says, what happens first always appears better and more original than what comes after. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to say nothing else. I ain't going to say nothing else because y'all not ready for that. Right? Avoid stepping into a great man's shoes. We are coming on at Monday around 12:15-ish, 12:15 Central Standard Time, 1:15 Eastern Standard Time. It said, if you succeed a great man or have famous parents, you will have to accomplish double their achievements to outshine them. Do not get lost in their shadow or stuck in the past, not of your own making. Establish your own name and identity by changing course. Right? It says, slay the overbearing father, disparage his legacy, and gain power by shining in your own way. So, y'all, the next book is going to be The 10 Qualities of a Winner. It's on The Power of Winning. The Power of Winning is on my, the book that y'all need is on my link tree. Go down to the bottom to where you see my Amazon list. and get the power of winning. That's our next book, because some of us need to know how to win. So listen, baby, it says what happens first always appear better and more original than what comes after. I want y'all to understand that. Even with some of y'all who see somebody, listen, anybody can have anybody can have a company like Fenty, but it's only one Rihanna. I'm gonna say that again. Anybody can have a company like Fenty, but it's only one Rihanna. Okay. Anybody else that come across, and can nobody else be Beyonce? Can nobody else be Rihanna? Hell, can nobody else be Coach Misty? Uh, understand that, right? So that's why it's good to know who you are and have your own sense of originality. Am I going to be the first person that talk about the 48 laws of power? No. Am I going to be the last one? No. But is anybody going to be able to coach Misty that thing? No. Y'all, let's go ahead and manifest today. Listen, you said, when do we need the book by? Well, that all depends on this. I would go ahead and order the book now. Order the book now. And because it's only 48 laws in here. So depending on, we might be done with this book with 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 40, wait, 45. That's next week. So we should be starting our new book by May. So we should be starting our new book by May. So make sure y'all go and order y'all books. It's on my link tree in my bio. Y'all can order all the books that we have. We already did Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, but that's just a good book to have. You need to read it. And then we got the 48 Laws of Power. You're welcome. Even if you just now tuning in, still go back and get it. You can watch the replays on my YouTube. Make sure y'all click on my lives and you'll see the replays, right? And then we're going to do the power of winning, because we need to talk about how to win. Another book I think we're going to talk about that's not on there, and it's a quick one, is The Secret. Someone talked about the power of now. Even the little dude from Detroit said I should get this book. So I bought this book, The Power of Now, A Guide to Spiritual Enlightenment. But I'm still trying to figure out how would I teach y'all this book, because it's not like having laws. I mean, it's chapters, but it's like, what pages would we go on? So I'm going to figure it out, or how we would work this out. I guess I could see how I would do it. You know what? No, get the power of winning. Get the power of winning. We're gonna do the power. The power of winning is a short book, but anyway, come on, y'all. Let's manifest. That's what we hear. Y'all listen. Rich Dad Poor Dad. I read Rich Dad Poor Dad. It's all right. There's another book I was thinking about. It's called The Startup. It's called The Startup, and this is for people. It literally has like I think 100 like ways to start a business under $100. And I said I was gonna talk about a startup idea, and give my opinion on how to start it every time. So is that something y'all be interested in? Would y'all want me to do the book? Is called The Startup. It has like over maybe not 100 different businesses, but I would pick different businesses out of that one during Midday Manifest. And I would tell y'all, I would read it to y'all and then tell y'all how to start the business. Things that you would, okay, cool. All right. I'll add that book to the list. I'll add that book to the list, y'all. Let's manifest, y'all. It is Friday, and I don't know wherever you locate. I hope the weather is nice, honey. I'm about to have me a good time. I'm about to head on over to this nail shop. This is what I want y'all to do. I like the book To Start Up. So listen, that'd be dope. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and manifest. If this is your first time here, how y'all doing? Welcome. If you follow me, thank you for the follow. Understand, I will never inbox you. And to be honest with you, please don't get discouraged. Hold on, somebody said they just signed up for a limited text. Oh Lord, let me get that. Listen, I just want to let you know that I don't want to discourage you, but I probably won't follow you back. You can always inbox me, but I would never inbox you. So if this your first time here and somebody sends you an inbox, it's not me, baby. Block them and bless them, because that's not me, okay? All right, let's go ahead and manifest. So we're going to only breathe in, breathe out twice today, because I'm feeling good in the neighborhood. Breathe in, breathe out. On that last one, I'm going to say, hold it. Whatever it is that you're manifesting for today, I want you to see it, believe it, and know it, and release it and give it back to God. Give it back to the universe. That's the reason why we can't manifest the way we need to, is because we don't give it back to God, right? What they say, I'm going to keep saying this, because, baby, if you pray, don't worry, and if you worry, don't pray. All right, so we go to whatever is for you, and you know God has for you, and you have a plan for it. See it, believe it, and know it. Give it back to God, right? And then I'm gonna send some good energy y'all way. Y'all ready? Let's get into it. Breathe in, breathe out. Ooh, that was good. Breathe in, hold it. I need you to see it, believe it, and know it. And release. On the count of three, I need everybody to manifest to me. You ready? One, two, three. Listen, I hope you felt that on your end. I'm feeling good, child. I hope you felt that on your end. Oh, that's what I'm gonna be back up at this office tomorrow. I ain't gotta take this with me. Listen, what number do you use for unlimited text? If you sign up for unlimited text, I will send you. If you sign up on my site, are you the person that just sent me a text? If you sign up for a limited text, where y'all sign up for a limited text at? If you sign up for a limited text on my website, I will text you back and I will tell you. I don't know if Kim probably not coming tonight because I'm gonna be at home. Something's wrong with my laptop. I said, okay, Laura, you want me to get another laptop? Bet. So you just signed up? Okay, I'll send you a text. Let me get off live, honey bun. So listen, y'all, I don't know. Something's wrong with my laptop, so it's time to go buy another laptop. No, we didn't pick out the color for the fridge. We are going live early tonight, and we will do a poll tonight. The color for the fridge. So 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going live early tonight, and I'll be at home. 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Y'all come on and see me tonight. We're going live early tonight, and I am about to work on clearing out all of these messages, text message questions. But we'll pick the color of the fridge, and I'll order it today, and it should be here by Monday. Listen, I love y'all so much. We've been rocking. Y'all been rocking with me week after week, month after month. Tonight, we're going to answer questions, and I'm going to fix my wig while I'm on live. We're going to have a good time. I'm going to let the young girls teach me how to lay my wig, my own wig. I'm going to put that Palomalo hair back on tonight, the long one. Okay? So, come back here, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going to have a good time, okay? And y'all can help me pick out my outfit. We going to the strip club.